Why is a game that used to be so popular when it first came out and regained attention recently with the 3.0 update seem so dead now? Hi, it's Lee, and if you are new here, I typically make decorating videos related to Animal Crossing. I've been doing this for about a year now, so I've seen how the Animal Crossing online community has shifted. Although it pains me to make this video, I just wanted to note down some observations and hopefully get some people playing this amazing game once again. I know that the Animal Crossing community isn't completely inactive and that there are still a few content creators making videos and streaming it, but it is a little sad to see a game that sold millions of copies basically have a relatively low amount of engaged community members now. So let's talk about one of New Horizons' biggest moments this year, which was the unexpected 3.0 update. The day the update trailer came out, my friends were literally freaking out and asking me what I thought about the update, and I was like, girl, what do you mean there's an update? Anyway, it's no surprise that videos surrounding the 3.0 release gained a lot of traction. Even friends of mine who haven't played since 2020 told me that they were interested in returning and checking out the new update. This interest was heavily reflected in content with both YouTube and Twitch views skyrocketing. For example, my restart video for Inzaglo unexpectedly blew up and I gained a few hundred subscribers because of that. Obviously, I'm not a huge creator whatsoever, so a few thousand views is not much for others, but for me, it was the breakthrough that I needed to gain confidence to continue with Animal Crossing content. Likewise, other videos talking about the 3.0 update in general gained a lot of views in a short amount of time. People were just so excited about Animal Crossing again, and it was nice to see people engaging in it and actually watching gameplay. Any videos related to Animal Crossing right after the update also did relatively well in comparison to now. For example, this long play I did that came out 6 months ago did much better than my most recent one released a few months later. Similarly, this island tour I did for Dreamsicle got a lot of views in the first few days compared to my most recent island tour for Pridopia. Furthermore, I've seen videos from other bigger creators not do as well now compared to the videos they released before. Unfortunately, this is no coincidence. This is due to the fact that people were craving Animal Crossing content during the time that 3.0 was still a hot topic, and now most of them have unfortunately moved on. This trend of decreasing views did not just affect YouTube, but Twitch as well. Before the 3.0 update, I was seeing an average of about 1,000 viewers on Twitch every time I browsed the category. Then, no surprise, it spiked upwards when word of the 3.0 update was going around, peaking at around 5,000. During this time, I gained a ton of followers every Animal Crossing stream and was able to peak at 80 viewers from raids. I was also able to average around 20 to 30 viewers when streaming the game. Once again, I know these numbers aren't huge by any means, but they meant that I was doing something right as a small creator, and I'm still grateful for the small growth that I have accumulated. Also, note that I'm using myself as an example, not to brag, but to exemplify this trend in Animal Crossing viewership. Aside from the increased views, Treasure Islands were literally packed, laddies. Lots of Treasure Island streams also experienced peak viewership, and even sub-only islands were hard to get into. However, now the average views for Animal Crossing are below 1,000, even lower than they were before the 3.0 update. And it's honestly kinda sad to see. I was expecting it to be at least similar to how it was before, but now it just seems like the Animal Crossing Twitch community is really small, or perhaps taking a temporary break playing or watching other games. I mean, I guess one good thing from this is that the treasure islands are more accessible and less demanding, so at least I can get the items that I need for my islands. When we talk about the 3.0 update, it isn't shocking to see that the viewership and player base declined after the hype passed. The sentiment I heard from lots of people in the acnh community regarding the update was unfortunately pretty negative. They were underwhelmed at the additions, especially the hotel gameplay. Since many of them have already purchased the DLC, they believed that it was just a lazy addition to bring DLC gameplay to the base game that didn't add anything new, and quite frankly, the hotel gameplay loop is pretty boring. Nowadays, I don't even bother with the hotel since it doesn't do much for my islands. Furthermore, a lot of people dislike having the random tourists walking around the island. The update was simply a disappointment to many, and thus numbers started dwindling down over the next few weeks, and eventually things started reverting. Treasure Islands on Twitch were no longer packed, and the amount of streamers playing the Animal Crossing also lessened. Along with the disappointment of the 3.0 update, a lot of people just became interested in different games. Right before the update, Heartopia released globally, which drew the attention of many cozy game enjoyers. A lot of them were attracted to its cute graphics, its MMO playstyle, and various gameplay features that gave them different experiences. The simple introduction of a hot new game definitely stole a bit of the spotlight from Animal Crossing. 2 months later, Pokopia came out, which then drew the attention of many Nintendo gamers. Both cozy gamers and Pokemon fans alike were playing it every single day. I saw many of my fellow acnh streamers start playing Pokopia a lot and eventually lessen the amount of time they were spending on Animal Crossing. Similarly, Tomodachi Life stole the spotlight with its whimsical gameplay and extensive Mii customization. If I had $1 for every time someone asked if I was gonna play or have played Tomodachi Life, then I would literally be so rich with my $10. Anyway, that's how popular it was within the cozy game community as well. With all this competition going around, it's normal that Animal Crossing views have lowered over the past few months. Even I got distracted with playing a few different games while I was going through my mild burnout phase with Animal Crossing. And though I do still make Animal Crossing content now, I am currently obsessed with Marvel Rivals again, so come through to my stream to see some mediocre gameplay with some cozy rage. Now let me reiterate that this is just normal human behavior. If we keep doing the same thing over and over again, we simply get bored, and that is true for video games as well. When we keep playing the same game over and over, we ultimately get burnt out, and so we need to take a break from it for some time. This definitely happened to me with Animal Crossing. Before I started making content, I would be inspired to decorate an island and work on it for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, then take a huge break, and the cycle repeats. These days, I've been taking smaller breaks but also streaming Animal Crossing less, just so I can prevent that burnout again. With all these negatives out of the way, why should you get back into Animal Crossing? For one thing, treasure islands are relatively easy to access now. Since there are less people playing Animal Crossing, treasure islands are more open and there's a significantly less chance of you having to wait too long to enter an island. What this means is that for those who love to decorate or want to get back into decorating, it'll be easier for you to get your items and get going with your island. Those who decorate know how many treasure island trips it actually takes to finish decorating, so why not take advantage of this opportunity? Moreover, imagine how good it'll feel when you finally finish the island that you've been working on and set that DA. Now I understand it can be difficult to find the inspiration or motivation to decorate, but the first step to finishing your island is to actually turn your Switch on and play the game. One way I found that helped me get inspired again is by watching other people play the game itself, whether it's through Twitch or YouTube. Watching someone do their own builds gives me that itch to try decorating myself and see what I can do. Now, since we're already on that topic, if y'all are looking for someone to watch, I do stream myself decorating on Twitch about twice a week, so come on through if you need that background noise. Now, if you want to restart your island completely because you feel like it would be best to just start from scratch, then looking at Pinterest for design codes can get your ideas flowing. Knowing what you want your theme to be will help you browse the codes that you would need, and seeing those codes might bring some ideas for builds that you want to create. This specifically happened to me with my Spring Coral Island Buttercup. I stumbled upon these codes way before I started, but seeing them gave me the idea of doing a Spring Coral Island that used this specific color scheme. Furthermore, you can find lots of build pictures on Pinterest that you can use on your island. I've actually done that before when I couldn't figure out a particular layout for a build. Now, I don't think it's particularly wrong to copy a build or at least take elements of someone else's build for your own island. It's totally fine, especially when you need to get yourself going and you need that specific thing for your build. Now, I consent to y'all copying my builds, but just don't copy my whole island or anyone else's for that matter. For those who love making a lot of islands, there's an infinite number of themes left to try. I personally keep thinking of potential themes and different islands to build, whether they're main islands or slumber islands. Furthermore, there's no shame in trying out a theme that's considered mainstream, such as Fourscore or Cottagecore, since your island will still be unique. I don't think any two islands are going to be completely the same, unless of course you completely copy it. So don't be afraid to try out a theme even if you think it's overused. Likewise, don't be afraid to redo a certain theme. Whatever you build will be different from the one that you have done before. Remember that there's so many different options in terms of which villagers you want for your island, the color scheme you want to use, and potential builds you want to include. The possibilities are literally endless, laddies. If decorating isn't really your thing and you prefer a more completionist playstyle, then don't worry, because because there's content for you too. Have you seen the achievements that are on the Nook Mouse page? These achievements take months to complete if you don't time travel. Similarly, completing the museum takes a lot of time as well. Fish and bugs are seasonal, and art is basically random depending on what Red has in stock for you. There's also villager photos that take forever to achieve, even if you gift your villagers daily, and a whole DLC to complete if you decide to purchase it. There's literally so much content in this game, especially if you haven't played in years. For anyone who missed the 3.0 update, it gave us a lot of different additions and improvements that weren't in the base 2020 game. For one thing, the hotel gives us opportunities to experiment with different interior themes and lets us have a look at the new items. Despite all the backlash the update got, the items are my favorite aspect along with Slumber Islands. Speaking of which, these Slumber Islands are so fun to decorate. You don't have to worry about your storage, tool durability, or waiting a whole day to move your house or build a structure. Slumber Islands are amazing outlets to easily express your creativity and can actually give you the motivation you need to decorate once again. I actually have been spending the past 2 months decorating some Slumber Islands, and I definitely recommend everyone to try it out for themselves. Slumber Islands also introduce more multiplayer options by allowing you to decorate with your friends. Although I haven't tried this out myself yet, it is a great addition given how limited multiplayer is in the base game. With all that's been said, I still really enjoy playing Animal Crossing to this day. If you told me when this game came out in 2020 that I would be making content for it years later, I literally would not have believed you. This game gave me the opportunity to try content creation, and I have been enjoying my time with it so far. It's not only an outlet for me to express my creativity, but also a way for me to connect with others. Now, if this inspired you to get back into Animal Crossing, then let me know in the comments below. I will be continuing to make Animal Crossing content here on YouTube, including some decorating tips videos in the near future, so if that interests you, then feel free to join the family. Likewise, I do stream Animal Crossing at least twice a week on Twitch, so if you need some background noise while you work on your island, then come through and enjoy the cozy vibes. Let's get people back into Animal Crossing and get the community lively again, laddies. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.